You are living a life bound by the mediocre expectations of others. If you are a man with a family, are you struggling under the pressure to be wealthy enough to meet the endless needs of your wife and children? Or, if you're a young person who's still single, are you trying to chase after your family's expectations and constantly compare yourself with friends? You lost direction long ago, not because of your own aspirations, but due to others' pressures. You're falling into a trap that's gradually wearing you down. This cycle has no escape unless you decide to break free. Otherwise, your life will forever be a series of miserable days, never truly living for yourself. It's time to wake up and let go of the meaningless chatter. Look deeply, identify what you truly desire, and decisively eliminate everything else unnecessary. Focus on the core, meaningful values within your reach. For example, earning money to take care of your family is natural, but don't let greed consume you. Sit down and plan realistically rather than chasing vague dreams. Failure stems from a lack of planning and shallow understanding, not from a lack of luck. Next, I will dissect every aspect of the peak indifference mindset and reveal its absolute liberating power. Of suffering and the ignorance of the mind. Do you realize that your very greed, hatred, delusion, arrogance, and doubt are destroying your life? These are the dark elements pushing you into the depths of suffering. You run the race to satisfy insatiable desires, always trying to possess things that can never be kept forever. This isn't living. It's foolishness, inflicting suffering upon yourself. We often create rigid beliefs, assuming that everything must unfold according to our experiences. This is a significant mistake. These beliefs are only valid for you, not universal truths. Imposing your personal view on others only distorts reality, leading to misunderstandings and unnecessary stress. Consider the example of my family's lunch. I finish in 5 minutes because my life is a sequence of meaningless rushes, saving every second to work. But this only reflects my own weakness. I'm unskilled, low in productivity, and clueless about self-improvement. I make my wife and child suffer my pace without realizing how unreasonable it is. My wife takes 30 minutes because she knows to chew well for better digestion. My child takes an hour because he's only 6. Yet I harshly impose an adult's portion on him. This is ignorance, a lack of self-awareness and development. Buddhism teaches that to escape the cycle of suffering, we must clearly perceive the impermanent nature of life. Everything, people, things, emotions, is only temporary phenomena. Nothing is eternal. Understanding this, attachment and unreasonable clinging gradually fade, freeing you from the painful bonds you've created. The art of not caring is not indifference or a disregard for life. It is the ability to clearly distinguish between reality and the temporary, thereby letting go of what's unnecessary. This is the only way to achieve inner freedom, and from this, you'll rise to the summit of genuine wealth and power. The power of a free and strong spirit, unbound by any frivolous desires. Stoicism, self-development and rigorous self-reflection. Stoicism not only emphasizes self-development, but also highlights self-reflection, a skill requiring true courage. It's easy to pursue self-study because it is driven by inner desire. You want to be rich, drive a luxury car, own a big house, or have a beautiful wife. These motivations are powerful enough to propel you forward, but their nature stems from the desire for accumulation and possession. But what about self-reflection? This is a harsh challenge because it demands facing the truth within oneself. You might be wealthy, but is your path to wealth legal? You may drive a nice car, but do you follow traffic laws? You may own a large house, but is it compliant with legal regulations? You may have a beautiful wife, but does true happiness exist in your relationship? All these questions represent the ruthless self-examination you need to face. Stoicism is not a disregard for life or abandoning responsibilities, but a clear distinction between what you can and cannot control. It is a powerful call for you to stop, look deep inside, and challenge yourself. Do you have the courage to let go of what's unfit, even when it caters to your desires? If not, you are merely a slave to your own weakness. Stoicism teaches us that to reach the pinnacle of genuine wealth and true power, you need the courage to self-reflect and be willing to discard what's not right, even if it wounds your endless greed. Self-development isn't just about accumulating knowledge or wealth, but about daring to look directly at your nature and mastering your inner control. This is the only path to true freedom and the unparalleled power of a resilient soul. Epicurus, true joy and inner peace. Are you racing after trivial desires only to be engulfed in insecurity? Epicurus does not advocate for a life of excessive pleasure. He values joy from simple things, sincere friendship, and genuine inner peace. If you cannot find peace within yourself, then even if you own the world, you are merely a coward living in fear and loneliness. Begin with a simple positive thought. From now on, I will follow the law. It may seem simple, but it's a breakthrough. When you comply with the law, the system is no longer a predator, but a protector. Do you want to treat others well? Then do it. Because no one can be an enemy if you truly place their interests first. When you share knowledge, it is not only a constructive act, but also a way to test if your knowledge holds value. If you fear others' rebuttals, it only proves you are not skilled enough or brave enough to face the truth. Do you want to build a strong community around you? Dare to face your flaws and complete it with concrete actions. Epicurus doesn't speak of superficial happiness, he speaks of powerful inner peace. If you cannot let go of insatiable greed and fear, you're merely a slave to weakness. But if you know how to master your thoughts, act rightly, and treat people sincerely, you will achieve true wealth, not from transient possessions, but from the strength of an unyielding spirit. Soren Kierkegaard, courage to face truth and find yourself again. Have you ever felt like a mere puppet, living by others' demands, especially in business? You become a servant, a slave to customers, trying to please their every desire without daring to ask, why should they buy from me? This is how you lose yourself. A terrifying failure. In sales, many have turned service into submission, accepting requests beyond limits because they believe the customer is the ultimate value. But the truth is, you have dragged yourself into hell if you lack the courage to acknowledge your product isn't good enough, isn't valuable enough for customers to come to you voluntarily. You continually chase them because you have yet to deliver the real value they expect. If you lack the courage to face the truth, to admit the fault lies with you, you will forever be trapped in the endless spiral of chasing customers. The lack of confidence, courage to improve your product and business system will keep you living in a pit of servitude. The painful truth is, customers only come when you have real value for them, when you create a product of real worth. Don't deceive yourself and continue to live in the illusion that pleasing customers is paramount. Admit your mistakes, improve your product and business system to reach the height of freedom, where customers seek you out because of the value you bring. That is the true strength of a brave entrepreneur. And it is also how you find yourself again. Nietzsche, only good thoughts and deeds are the right path. Nietzsche challenges you. Do you have the courage to assert that only thinking about and doing good are the only ways to live? This is not gentle advice or easy, but a bold, decisive statement. End all doubts and trivial thoughts. If you do not live with absolute belief in doing good, you have betrayed your values. Thinking good thoughts and doing good deeds is not a superficial choice. It is a command, a compass for all your actions, the only thing that can make you a winner in this life. Make this the core principle, the foundation on which you build your life, with no compromise, no concession. Live and act as if every good thought is a powerful counterattack against all weakness and meaningless things in life. Let every good action be a direct punch to all fakery and deceit. Don't just talk about goodness. Make it an undeniable truth, the only correct way you live. You must affirm yourself as a creator of value, a leader, not one who chases the standards of others. Turn good thoughts and actions into your sharpest weapon, to not just live, but to conquer, to not just exist, but to dominate life with your true worth. Live with the absolute conviction that only good is right, and only good is the true path to greatness. Indifference toward evil in philosophy. Bold liberation. Indifference toward evil is not complicity or irresponsible detachment. It is a conscious and powerful choice, a way to free yourself from undeserved negative influences. Being indifferent to evil is refusing to let yourself be swept into societal pressures, fear of the unknown, or worry about others' judgments. It is an act of freedom, the power of someone who dares to self-direct their emotions and thoughts. When you are indifferent to evil, you do not waste energy on things beyond your control or without real value. Instead, you channel your energy into positive actions, reactions, and attitudes. You focus on creating good rather than merely reacting or fearing the bad. In philosophy, indifference to evil is a way to protect the integrity of your spirit and values. You do not allow evil to control your mind, nor let negative opinions sway your beliefs. You guide your life through righteous actions, focusing on what you can change and improve. This is not only liberation from evil, but also an affirmation of wisdom, courage, and inner strength. The practical application of the art of not caring. Living true to your values, acting positively. The art of not caring isn't about apathy, but about deliberate selection, clearly defining what truly matters, distinguishing between what you can control and what you cannot. Instead of getting caught up in anxiety, negativity, or social pressures, you channel your energy into meaningful and positive actions. In work, you work in a highly competitive environment, frequently facing criticism from colleagues or superiors. Sometimes the criticism isn't fair, stemming instead from their personal viewpoints or business pressures. Applying the art of not caring, define what truly matters in your job. Instead of dwelling too much on unfair criticism or worrying about pleasing everyone, focus on improving the quality of your work. For example, if you're a salesperson, rather than obsessing over high sales numbers to appease your boss, concentrate on serving customers as best as possible. Building long-term relationships. You may not control the thoughts of your boss or customers, but you can control how you work and contribute. In family, you're under family pressure to pursue a career path you're not passionate about. For example, your parents want you to become a lawyer or doctor, while you love art or technology. Applying the art of not caring. Instead of trying to meet every family expectation, be honest with yourself and determinedly pursue your true passion. Focus your energy on developing skills in the field you love, like taking specialized courses or joining real-life projects to prove your value in that field. You may not control family expectations, but you can control how you build your career. In friendships and social relationships, you worry about how others perceive you, constantly trying to change yourself to fit in with friends or society. Applying the art of not caring, acknowledge that you can't please everyone. Focus on building genuine relationships rather than adjusting yourself to suit others. For example, if you dislike noisy parties and prefer quiet conversations with a few friends, take the initiative to arrange such meetings. You may not control others' thoughts, but you can choose how you live and connect with people who truly understand you. In get caught up in the cycle of spending to show off or to keep up with others. Applying the art of not caring. Clearly identify the true value money brings. Instead of spending on things with no long-term value, like buying luxury goods just to show off, focus on saving and investing in personal growth. For example, you might invest in courses that enhance your skills, helping you advance in your career. You may not control societal pressure to level up, but you can control how you wisely manage your finances. In time and health management, you often feel pressured to work intensely to meet your boss's expectations, sometimes forgetting to take care of your health. Applying the art of not caring. Prioritize health and life balance rather than letting work take over all your time. Instead of working 12 hours a day to try to satisfy your boss, arrange time for rest, exercise, or meditation. You may not control work demands, but you can control how you manage your time and care for yourself. The art of not caring is liberation from meaningless pressures, focusing on truly valuable things within your control. When you know how to choose what's important and channel your energy into positive actions, you not only find peace, but also live a meaningful and truly free life. Practical steps to apply the art of letting go in daily life. Identify what truly matters. Detailed guide. Make a list. Take time to write down all the important things in your life, like family, health, career, education, finances, friends, and personal passions. Prioritize. Once you've listed them, rank each item by its true level of importance. Ask questions like, does this truly bring long-term value to me? Or does this help me grow and move forward? Eliminate the unnecessary. Boldly remove things that aren't important or don't contribute to your long-term goals. Focus deeply on a few goals. Instead of trying to achieve everything at once, pick 2 to 3 of the most important goals to focus your energy and time on. Example, if career and health are what you value most, invest time in your work and daily exercise, rather than being scattered by things that don't provide long-term value, like pointless arguments or mindlessly scrolling through social media. Focus on actions you can control. Detailed guide. Make a list of specific actions. For each goal you've identified, create a list of specific actions you can take immediately. Avoid vague actions like improve health. Instead, be specific like run for 30 minutes every morning. Take small steps. Don't pressure yourself with lofty expectations from the start. Begin with small, manageable actions, then gradually increase the intensity. Self-evaluate regularly, weekly or monthly, review what you've done, what could be improved, and what's next. Control your attitude. You may not control others' actions, but you can control your attitude toward every situation. Example, if you want to improve your finances, start with actions you can control, like daily saving, budgeting, and tracking income and expenses. Don't worry about market fluctuations. Focus on managing your personal finances effectively. Face and overcome social pressure. Detailed guide. Accept that you can't please everyone. Remind yourself that trying to please everyone is neither possible nor necessary. Maintain self-confidence. Don't let others' judgments shake you. Instead, focus on building confidence by trusting in your values and abilities. Build valuable relationships. Focus on relationships that support and foster personal growth. Avoid toxic relationships that bring negativity or unnecessary pressure. Practice saying no. Don't hesitate to decline requests or expectations that don't align with your values and goals. Learning to say no politely but firmly will protect you from unnecessary pressures. Example, if you feel societal pressure to have a stable job, but you're truly passionate about business, continue to pursue that passion and prove your worth through results rather than fearing gossip. Learn to embrace uncertainty. Detailed guide. Accept that uncertainty is inevitable. Life doesn't always go according to a perfect plan, and that's entirely normal. Embrace uncertainty as an essential part of life. Be flexible. Don't try to control everything. Instead, practice adaptability and flexibility in every situation. Focus on the present. Don't worry too much about the future. Live fully in the present. Meditation or mindfulness is an effective way to help you focus on the present and reduce anxiety about the future. Turn challenges into opportunities. When facing uncertainty, look for ways to turn it into an opportunity to learn and grow. Ask yourself, what lesson can I learn from this situation? Example, at work, you may face the risk of failure when starting a new project. Instead of fearing failure, accept it as an opportunity to learn and improve project management skills. Be flexible in changing strategy when necessary, and focus on the present steps rather than worrying about the future. By practicing these steps, you will not only successfully apply the art of letting go in daily life, but you will also find peace and effectiveness in everything you do. Focus on what's important, act within your control, overcome social pressures, and embrace uncertainty positively. Challenges you may encounter when applying the art of letting go. Difficulty letting go of future anxieties and social pressures. Challenge. People tend to worry, overthinking what could happen in the future, from career to finances or personal relationships. Social pressure is also hard to avoid, especially when living in an environment with high expectations and strict evaluations. How to cope? Remember that worrying doesn't change reality, it only exhausts you further. Remind yourself that you can only control actions within your reach at present, not distant scenarios. The need for patience, courage, and self-compassion. Challenge. The art of letting go requires a change in mindset and habits. You may struggle to accept that you can't please everyone or control every situation. This requires time and patience for practice. How to cope? Be compassionate with yourself. Every change involves failure and initial discomfort. Don't blame yourself for not achieving immediate results. Learn to motivate yourself, acknowledge small progress, and consider it a worthwhile accomplishment. Conclusion. Practicing the art of letting go is a process that requires determination, perseverance, and courage. But if you're patient and kind to yourself, you will find that not only can you overcome challenges, but you also become stronger, freer, and more at peace. Remember, the art of letting go is not giving up, but taking control of your life in the most positive and meaningful way. The ultimate benefit of the art of not caring, true freedom and fulfilled happiness. When you successfully apply the art of not caring, you will experience a state of genuine personal freedom. This isn't freedom in the simple sense, but a profound freedom from within. A release from meaningless worries, irrational social pressures, and fears of uncontrollable things. You'll begin to accept the nature of life, realizing that not everything can be controlled or changed. Instead of being consumed by things that cannot be changed, you'll learn to let go and focus on what truly has value, what brings lasting happiness. By letting go of unnecessary things, you create space for peace, joy, and fulfillment. No longer ruled by the meaningless, you live with intention, enjoying present moments, and building the life you genuinely desire. Conclusion. The ultimate benefit of the art of not caring isn't only freedom, but a life of happiness, serenity, and fulfillment, where you live true to your values, no longer hindered by things unworthy of your attention.